Hello, my name's Tom Starkey and this is another quick vid for Stack of Apps. What I wanted to show to you wonderful people out there today is a really smart research tool called Scribble or Scribe or Scrible. I'm not 100% sure, the spelling's a bit odd, but let's take a look and see what it does. If we go to the website, we can have a quick look. There we are. And it pretty much describes exactly what it is. It's a modern research platform for school and work, and that's exactly what I've used it for in the past and what I use it for now. It's quite a simple idea. It basically lets you annotate web pages and then stores those annotations in the central database that can be either downloaded or can be shared via social media. It's really straightforward, really handy if you're looking at group work or researching a certain subject in class with a bunch of computers, and you want somewhere to keep that research that the students can access, or you want some way that you can access that research. It's very good for evidence of research as well. So, you know, there's always that, because we all know that evidence is very important in absolutely everything. Let me show you quickly exactly what it does. So I've already downloaded the Scribble. I'm going to call it Scribble. Well, I've already downloaded the Scribble extension onto my Chrome. This is my Chromebook, by the way, onto my desktop. So if I come across a particularly fascinating, well-written blog, let's say, something a little like this. Oh, apparently the guy that writes this is a complete genius. Anyway, if I come across something that about a subject that I am looking at or looking for, I want to be able to annotate the page. So instead of printing it off and annotating it by hand, which is a perfectly valid way of doing it, by the way, what I'm going to do is I'm going to annotate it on screen as is. So what I do is I find a web page that is of use, that is full of insight and pathos, like this one, and I press my Scribble tool button, and hopefully the Scribble toolbar pops up at the bottom of the screen, as you can see here. What that means is that I now have a series of tools to be able to annotate this web page. All the general, you know, meat and potato stuff is there. So we've got our highlighters, we've got making notes. Let me give you an example. So I pick out a sentence that I think is relevant. Let's have that gasp away, comrades. I pick a color. I'm going to go for red because, well, you know, I like red. Shoot me. I like to scare my kids when I mark. I highlight that text as so. Nice and simple. Then I might want to make a note. A couple of paragraphs down. Let me change the color of the note, something a little bit more pleasant than that strange beige. Yeah, that'll do it. So we have it automatically highlights groups of text. I press and I make a note, and I might say something like "good point, we'll use later." Now, can you imagine a student doing this in your classroom if they have a computer with them? It just makes the process of research a little bit more immediate rather than having to print off a piece of paper and get them to do it by hand. It means that they don't have to move away from the screen or go to certain different places. It means that they can look things up that they need to, and it means that they have a certain ownership over the information that they are finding. It's also handy for teachers. I use it myself. I'm researching a book at the moment. Yeah, they let me write a book. Yeah, I don't know why either. So it's also handy for your own research, and because you can share things on on social media, it means that you can allow people to see what you are doing and make notes themselves. So, for instance, you've got the option of sharing it by email, Twitter, Facebook, or by a link, and that makes also it easier for your students to share with you what they're doing and that you're the research that they're doing, because research skills are an important and often overlooked part of school and college. You know, I know a lot of students that wouldn't know where to start when it came to trying to make sure that they get relevant information out of a document. And what we can do with this particular app is that you can model exactly what you would do if you were researching a particular subject. So some of the tools, you've got your highlighters already shown, you've got your note maker, you can change text color to make it stand out. If you pick up a particularly good point, you can underline certain sections of text. You've got bookmarks to save. You can export it, as I've just showed you, to a number of places. You can save it to your own computer, so you can always have it with you. And then there are other things, that's bug reporting and other such options that we won't look at today. If you want to have a look at them, you can explore it at your own leisure, because it is a decent tool. So, well, what's one of the other advantages of using a system like this? Well, if we go to kind of home page, first off, I'm going to save what I've got so far. Okay, so we've got the page name that I've just been looking at. Fantastic, it is. This is my own blog page. If you don't know, by the way, I am bigging myself up in an ironic fashion. And I'm going to save that there. Now, what that means is that page will go to my kind of bank, my depository of pages that I can find online on the Scrible website after I've signed up. The sign up process is fairly straightforward. General email, name, nothing out of the ordinary. The price point is free. The starting price point is free, and then you've got extra functionality if you want to pay for it. But to be honest, I've been using this for a couple of years now, and I've never really had the need to buy into it. So let's have a look at my bank of documents. Now, what I've done is I've gotten rid of all the other documents that you could see, because some of it is, for future use. So there we are. There's my document there. I've got my little description of what I was doing. If I press on that, it should take me back to the annotated version of the text that I was using. Yep, there we are. So that's basically it, really. Scrible, Scrible, it's useful. It's useful for kids who are researching. Useful for teachers who want to do their own research as well. Yeah, just a handy little tool that I thought I would tell you about. That's about it, really. So I'll put the link in underneath this video, and that'll give you a chance to go straight there and check it out for yourself. Think it, maybe assess whether it's useful in your context. So let me close that down as I'm talking. So that's it. Yeah, Scribble. Yeah, nice little tool, free, online, works very well, integrated into Chrome. I'm using it on a Chromebook at the moment because that's what I use. Give it a go if you think it might be useful. All right, guys. Thank you very much for listening and having a look. My name's Tom Starkey. This is the Stack of Apps blog, and hopefully next time I post something, you can come up and have a look then as well. All right. Thanks a lot, guys. Speak to you later.